Razavan from FightHype.com. This should give you a knighthood.
Shut up, don't go that far.
They should give you a knighthood.
Yeah, I'll get slated for that now. You watch all the comments.
You just never know. You never know. Kids, you know what? I read through the comments, Dave, and I'm like, I don't care. Let them have a moan. Let them complain. They don't like the interviewer. They don't like the person being interviewed.
Yeah.
They sit at home, keyboard bullies. That's what we call them.
It is what it is.
Dave, we're here at the first press conference and announcement of this huge welterweight clash and boxing in 2017.
Started off with boom,
March.
I know.
It's the first quarter of the year, and we've had some phenomenal fights.
Yeah, brilliant.
And May 27th it is. Kell Brook, Errol Spence for the IBF welterweight title. Looked like it was going to be a mellow, calm, relaxing press conference until boom.
It's Dom Ingles' fault.
Do you think Dominic James, who's the trainer of Errol Spence, had a point there where he said, "You're talking about Triple G." And that you fought Triple G like it was a victory.
No, but you're always gonna. No, the thing is, he's coming off of that fight. It wasn't a fight 2 or 3 fights ago. This is his first fight back. So people are always going to talk about Triple G. The fact that it was Triple G, the fact that nobody wanted to fight Triple G, and then this welterweight steps up to go and fight Triple G. And the fact that he put up, he didn't run, he stood and had it with him. He showed a lot of things in that fight, ticked a few boxes in that fight, but it's the fight that he's coming off of, so you're going to talk about that. People, what are you going to do? But Dom Dom just spoke facts. Alright, let's not talk about Triple G, let's talk about the best wins. Algeria or Sean Porter. So that's, Dom points out there, let's not talk about Triple G, let's talk about the best wins. The best win is, Kell's got the best win on his resume, so regardless of everything else that comes before that or since that, right now the best win for either of those two fighters is runs to Kell Brook.
A couple of weeks ago we had 3 champions in the division, Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman and Kell Brook. We now have 2 world champions in Thurman and Brook.
Yeah.
Is Errol Spence fighting the best of the 2 champions?
I don't know. Potentially, yes. Possibly, yes. But for me, if you look at the wins, so let's talk about wins again, best wins. For me, it's a difficult one because Danny Garcia is a fantastic name, a big name, a good fighter, he's a good champion. Thurman beat Danny Garcia. So I lean towards saying that is slightly a better win than the Porter win. So again, if you're going back to the best wins, then I kind of lean towards Thurman. But I still haven't actually seen the Thurman Garcia fight. So I want to see that first, and then I'll answer that question because a lot of people saying that it could have gone either way. So I don't know, but I know Kell and I know his capabilities, and I think with his capabilities, him and Thurman would be a fantastic fight. But I also think that Kell would beat Thurman. But I haven't seen Thurman's latest fight, so it's hard for me to say. So I don't know how to answer your question.
There's massive talk about Errol Spence, the next big thing in boxing. Floyd Mayweather says it himself.
Listen, I've said it beforehand. I can't go back on what I've been saying over the last 12 months. When I've seen Errol Spence coming through, I've always said, I think this guy is going to go on to be the next American star. That's what I believe. I've always said he's a star of the future for American boxing. Whether the future is right now or another fight or 2's time, that's what this fight's going to tell us, because it may just be a little bit too soon for him. It may just be a little bit too soon for him, or it may not be.
I saw your Instagram post where you said, I don't know which way this fight's going to go. And are you, after seeing that, early signs?
I don't know, but what I don't think is that I don't know about Spencer's. I don't know if it's hard enough to stop Kell. I know he's got the boxing ability. He's got fantastic boxing ability, and he's a sharp puncher. He's a good body puncher, which I think could be key in this fight as well. I think they will definitely go to target Kell's body, especially with him coming back down in weight, and they'll have this perception of from the Carson Jones fight how he tired, the original Carson Jones fight how he tired. So I think they will definitely target the body. That could be a massive factor in the fight. But I just think maybe, for me, a big issue is the Roy Jones thing about when Roy Jones went up to heavyweight, muscle-wise, he didn't just go on with a bit of flesh. He went up and ripped up in great, fantastic shape. Went up to heavyweight, beat John Ruiz, came back down to the weight he was operating at light heavyweight. Taking that muscle off, it seemed to have taken something away from him. So my worry is Kell Brook doing the exact same thing. When he was at middleweight, he looked ripped. It looked fantastic. There's no spare flesh on him. So my worry would be is the same sort of thing. If that doesn't, if he makes the weight fine and it makes welterweight comfortable again and healthy again, then I think slightly at this stage in time, slightly leaving Kell Brook, slightly. But that's if you put a gun to my head. If you didn't put a gun to my head, then I'm like that.
Dave, I'm going to catch up with you obviously quite a few times in the next couple of weeks. Are you in Manchester?
Yeah.
Cool.
Can't wait.
Well, no, we hope to catch up with you there as well. Good to see you as always, looking sharp, looking trim.
Athletic today because I've just seen a track.
I'm in your hometown today.
Yeah.
What time should I come over for dinner?
I'm actually on my own today. My wife's taking kids to cinema. I've got to do some stuff, so I'm on my own today.
Yeah, I know. Stuff, dinner.
Yeah.
I'll drop you a text later. Dave Coldwell for FightHype.com.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Nice one, mate.
Thanks.